11 on the East Coast. I'm George Hudson. Got my guy Robbie all the way from Switzerland.
Hey,
Robbie, how you doing?
what's up, guys? What's happening? What's happening, baby?
Hey, we got a good episode. We're gonna get it in real quick. 11 minutes. Name of the episode is "Get It In." Robbie, kick us off.
Look, when we talk about get it in, what we're really talking about is busting our own bubble. Sometimes we've got to break that old routine that we're doing. We got to look at we're thinking, and we got to look at our imagination and see if it's doing what it's supposed to. So it can bring us to the place we want to be. See, want to be at a certain place, and there's a big, huge chasm between the two of those things. And what we want to talk about right now is getting it in loving the process, enjoying the process, trusting the process, and just doing it, man. If you have to reinvent what you're doing, man, and that's okay. But you're gonna have to face some things. The biggest thing I think you have to face is, what do you do when you're processing? And winter is when things have died down and they're dormant, and you can't see activity, and you start to question whether or not what you're doing is right or whether it's wrong or otherwise. And so you got to change what you got to do in order to make things work a lot better for you. George, go ahead.
Yeah, it's getting a little bit out there, but we heard a gist of what you're saying. You got to stick with the plan. You got to push past the winter. You're saying, winter is when things are dead, things are dying.
Well,
you really see progress. They're in dormant, maybe not yet, but also you're gonna not see the progress that you would normally see during spring. You're not gonna see the blossom. You're not gonna see the blooming of your production, is what you're getting at. So pushing past that,
because
out and everything is important.
Actually, because winter, what winter really means is winter is a test. Everybody wants something, but do you have what it takes? Do you have the stick to itness, the fortitude to make it happen? Mm-hmm. When you and if the opponent that you're facing is winning in the contest, does that mean you're going? Well, if you don't understand your winter, you'll lose because you'll fold. Understand what it takes in winter. You start putting it in. You start getting it in, if you will, or you hunker down and you get a little deeper in what you're thinking to embrace the blow during the season instead of complaining about the blows or thinking that the blows are going to take you out. No, you start to embrace the blows because you start the process. I got to know what it feels like. I had to understand what pressure feels like. It feels like, how am I going to teach somebody else? How am I going to bring somebody else along? How am I and hold on to whatever it is I'm trying to achieve and accomplish if I don't understand goes along with it? That's going to create a joy unspeakable once I get on the other side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have to have that obstacle to really enjoy the fruit of your labor, right? I think that theme's so prevalent just in life. It's prevalent in the Bible. It's prevalent wherever you go. You have to put in the work. You have to pay the man, as you say. And then I always had a coach in college that said, embrace the suck, right? It's not always going to be nice. It's not always going to be easy and smooth. You're going to have ups and downs. You're going to have times when you're like questioning if that's for you, questioning if you just need to scrap it all and come up with a new plan or just push through.
That's called embrace the pain, baby.
Yeah, exactly. You got to embrace it and you got to move through it. Mm-hmm.
Make pain your friend. Those sound cliche-ish. Maybe you've never heard those phrases before, but I learned early on. I'm here with my we grew up together, and he'll tell you from day one. I was like, you gotta enjoy this pain. He's like, enjoy the pain, embrace the pain. You sound crazy. I said, this is the only way to get to where we want to go. This is the only way we're going to retire at 35, 36 years of age. And it's working right now. It's not going to happen. It's nothing more than a dream. It's something we just put down on paper. It's not going to. And so I came over to his house. He's up in the Swiss Alps. That's where he lives, and that's where I'm at. All these. And at the end of the day, the bottom line is we were talking about some of that, about that journey. He took me back downstairs into the garage. He says, there's a 60-pound weight vest. You were way ahead of the time when you put weight vests on your body, and you made me train, and you made weight vests in order to get results. And I said, and guess what that made us do? When it came, Cons was giving up, and everybody else wanted to fail. And everybody's body was cramped. 40 pounds of weight vest, 10 pounds around the waist, and other weights on our body. And we were running at full tilt with all that weight on us. We were pushing through that pain you're going to feel in the fifth quarter of your life, the overtime of your life, when you're not getting anything out of your winner. So you can be a winner.
Mm-hmm. And specifically in like the health and wellness sphere, a lot of people use a winter as a time of like reflection, a time of, winding down, not necessarily starting new things, but amping up for that spring, gaming, making a game plan, going over it, maintaining, and just keep moving forward, right? It's not the time really, we always talk about the New Year's resolutions. I always kind of laugh at that because, we follow nature. Like nature and man is closely intertwined, and it's a flaw of ours to think they're separate. So in a lot of ways, we have to become in tune with nature in the sense that why are we going to blossom something brand new when nature itself isn't blossoming? It's not springtime. The flowers aren't blossoming. So there's similar themes there. And I think we have to follow and pay attention to that. In the world, the masses will say that, and it's no wonder why people fail their resolutions at January 17th, because maybe we're just not meant to blossom something new in that time period, to where we're completely trying to make these drastic changes and everything. So sometimes we need to listen to nature and listen to our bodies and coincide that with like the natural law in a way. So
let me drop this on you, man.
Ahead.
There's a scripture that kind of goes in con what you're saying. It says, summer's past and the harvest is over, and we're still not symptom of all that. We're sometimes constantly doing all the right stuff in this salvation. We're not getting the transformation out of it, right? And so that requires a better approach to the process. And I'm gonna tell you something right now. Sometimes it's just what and how you're not thinking correctly about your process. You're thinking that it's depression that you need to fight is winning. You're thinking that the delays are exclusive to you. They're part of what we do. About when I said bust your bubble at the beginning of this whole talk, you gotta bust the bubble limitation. That's what we used to call the comfort zone. We're in our comfort zone. Poop that bubble, right? Mm-hmm. And start understanding, like now, some of what we're getting into, some of what we're expecting, it will come, and it only comes with human beings at a cost, at a price. And we're saying, and he says, dude, you were talking about get it in, pay the man, put your work in, all these things. Come up with this. I said, we came up with it. I knew that I had look at the color of my skin, Jack. You understand? And because just simply because of the color of my skin, and then just because of my height, I had a whole lot of factors against me. And then I'm in a world where as I'm in overt racism, and it was directed right at you. My life was in peril every day. I came home, and every time I rode a bicycle on Fort Washington Road. Some of you people know what I'm talking. And so at the end of the day, I had to make up in my mind I'm gonna live. I'm gonna make up in my mind when somebody's throwing a penny at me and hits me with a penny and they're driving 60 miles an hour, you don't know what that's like. It didn't give me no more resolve than this. I'm going to win. And act against me, I'm going to be smart enough and I'm going to overcome. I'm going to get this. And so I'm going to do every friend, and I'm going to learn how to be a better person. And I'm going to learn how to do everything that's necessary. The deck that's stacked against me, because when I get my opportunity, having the deck stacked life, I get to win big, and I get to choose who I want to operate with and who I want to bring. What the plan is, I know what the process is, and I've already paid for it. So it's my profit, and I'm prepared to profit. Get it in.
Yeah, that's awesome. Just a testament to what your mission is, your goals are, what you're here to do. I think it's really important. Opposition is not the enemy. It's an opportunity to elevate. It's an opportunity to move past, to rise our game. And that's exactly what you're doing, which is a huge encouragement, just to see to me, and then an encouragement for anyone listening here. It's really cool just to get a first take on it. And then there's so many people out there that have such opposition, and I just want to encourage them that it's not the enemy. The opposition is not the enemy. It's an opportunity to elevate, to move forward, to progress, to elevate, to awaken, to rise, to untap, untether, and unhinge. Robbie, you got anything else before we head out today? I'm just going to drop a hot, quick one.
Here's a hot, quick one. Everybody act like the octopus. Look it up, man. Octopus, what is it? 300 brains, right? It can unzip its DNA at a moment. And when it unzips its DNA, it can become whatever it needs to become in a split. You can see it one way, one moment, and another way, another moment. What you getting at? Because when I become like a purpose, but I'm allowing myself to adjust and adapt, but I'm not getting stuck in stuff from the past. I'm not getting stuck in a way that's not going to cause me. When that octopus unzips its DNA, it becomes what's necessary to get peril, and then it comes back to what it is and what its purpose is, and whatever it accomplishes. And there's nothing in the sea that can really stop that octopus, because it's going to unzipp us right now. We got to unzip, we got to unpack, because it's something about whatever we're doing. We're zipped up. Bust that bubble, unzip, change your DNA, change your RNA, and get brain ain't working. Get you 7 more brain. The old heart ain't working. Get you 2 more hearts. Don't be limited. Unzip, unhinge, unwind, unpack. Savage Will.
I love it. We're going to head out on that one. Just learn to adapt, learn to evolve, learn to grow. And that'll help you get to where you need to be. So, Robbie, we appreciate you joining us all the way from the Swiss Alps. Hope you enjoy the rest of your trip out there. Savage Will, we're going to head out today. If you're listening, please like, comment, subscribe, tell 3 friends about the show. And then if you saw something in the show that you liked and want to hear more about, leave a comment, and we will definitely address that in the next show. We'll be back here live 11/11 on the East Coast next Saturday. Y'all have a Savage Will day.